Is the Earth Flat? Directed by Christian Belace for his Science Education 459 class. Is the Earth flat? No, it's not flat. Earth is the third planet from the Sun with a diameter of 7,926 miles. It takes Earth 24 hours, which is a standard Earth day, to make a full rotation, and about 365.25 days to revolve around the Sun. With many, many objects in orbit around the planet, from satellites, space stations, even a moon, you think it would be hard to say that the planet is flat. But where did the idea come from in the first place? I will take a look at the history of the flat Earth theory and bring you up to date on the current theories from the flat earthers. History of flat Earth. Most cosmologists believe the world was flat until around 330 BCE, when the famous Greek astronomer Aristotle proposed Earth was spherical. It became widespread knowledge that the Earth was a sphere until an English inventor named Samuel Rowbotham incorrectly read some data from an experiment. Samuel published a 16-page pamphlet that later became a 430-page book entitled Earth, Not a Globe. The book hypothesized that the planet was a flat disk centered around the North Pole, and the southern edge was a solid wall of ice, which was Antarctica. The sun and the moon were supposedly 3,000 miles above us, and the cosmos were 3,100 miles respectively. The leaflet argued that the Bible and Samuel's experimentation supported the idea that the Earth was flat and immovable. A famous quote from Samuel was, "This essential truth should not be set aside for a system based solely on human conjecture." The Flat Earth movement continued to gain steam as Samuel and his followers held public debate over the subject with leading scientists of the day. One such debate with the naturalist Alfred Russel Wallace, the validity of the original experiment conducted by Samuel was called into question, causing several fraud and libel suits to be followed after the debate. Samuel created the Zetetic Society in England and New York, where he spread the word of the flat Earth far and wide, capturing the attention of many powerful people in the world and bringing them into the fold. After his death, Lady Elizabeth Blunt established the Universal Zetetic Society, whose objective was the propagation of knowledge related to nature, cosmology, and confirmation of the Holy Scriptures based on practical scientific investigation. Lady Elizabeth published a magazine for years during the early 20th century to help spread the Zetetic Society's message all over the world, until one day Lady Elizabeth repeated Samuel's original experiment that caused the start of the whole movement. The lady photographed the entire experiment that sparked many counterclaims against what she was trying to prove, hurting the movement, causing it to slowly decline during and after World War I into almost extinction. Why do people still think the Earth is flat when there's a lot of information out there disproving this theory? In a recent interview done by Vice writer Felix Marchiez, we were able to see a little bit into the flat earthers' perspective on why they think the world is flat. Felix went online and talked with a few members on the whys and the hows of the Flat Earth Society as we see it today. The members claim that they base their ideas on the flat Earth with the help of the Zetetic method, which is quoted to say, "An alternative to science which asserts that sensory observation prevail over scientific theory." Through their experiments and the data they have, they determine the Earth is flat. At the end of the interview, Felix asked, if the world is not a sphere, what shape is it? The flat earthers told Felix that indeed the Earth is flat, that the North Pole is the center of the Earth, and the border of the planet is in Antarctica. They believe the ice wall is 164 feet tall and holds back water, but they still debate on what is beyond the wall. How we know the Earth is not flat. There are many examples to why the Earth is a sphere, and the biggest one is images from space. Whether it's pictures from early space travel or up-to-date pictures we get from the International Space Station, it points that the Earth is currently rotating, something a flat planet could not do, showing different continents and faces to the stations and the photographers. I hope this podcast has been informational for you and help you know that the Earth is not flat, but it is a sphere. This is Christian Belace signing off.